You know you gotta be a really good writer to take a very simple story and make it fantastic. That's what this comic book is. It is fantastic. Tom King, you are cooking. My name is Dory and this is SCM Comics. We're continuing our covers of Absolute Power with Wonder Woman number 12. So the story starts off with a interesting argument. You got Wonder Woman, she's talking to Damian, and she's like, this is taking too long. Could you please go ahead and do whatever you need to do so he can say no, and I can show you exactly how to extract information? And so Damian's like, normally Batman would just say, do it my way. So Wonder Woman's like, yes, but I'm not Batman. I am entirely willing to learn if you're right before I teach you how wrong you are. So please, go ahead. That must have hurt for you to read because that sounds like one of our conversations. Excuse me, this is a DC joint, so why don't you marvel your way up out of here? So then Damian's like, Captain, can you hear me? And somebody goes, yes, I can hear you. So Damian goes, you and Amanda Waller have been colleagues for a very long time. She has kidnapped and stolen the powers of a lot of our colleagues and imprisoned them somewhere, and you need to let me know where the location is. So the Wonder Woman chimes in and goes, we're safe around paradise, but the endless circling eventually is going to give some unwanted attention. So the Damian's like, all right, Captain, time's a wasting. I need that location. So all you hear is, yeah, I hear you, and I want you to hear me well when I say this. And this is the part that's probably going to get this video age restricted, but it is so worth it. When we turn the page, we see it's Captain Boomerang, which probably a lot of you already knew from the term Captain. And he goes, bugger off, you bloody fucking wankers. You and every other super can go straight to fucking hell, as he is being dangled by a rope from the invisible jet. Side note, as I was reading this, I was explaining this to my girlfriend, and she goes, well, if it's invisible, how can somebody see it? Yeah, we had that conversation. Like, as a comic book fan, don't you hate that? Like, just go with it. It's invisible. So then we cut to Backwoods Steakhouse. So, crack on out, Back Steakhouse. We got Wonder Woman, Captain Boomerang, and Robin sitting at a table. And Captain Boomerang is saying, go to hell. I guess he's still not over the whole being dangled over the ocean thing yet. So Wonder Woman's like, Steward, could you bring a slice of meat from my friend? Me as well, I think. Thank you. And Robin's like, don't forget the onion rings, you know, the ones that look like they're blooming shape. And also, too, don't forget the dipping sauce. Obviously, they're talking about the blooming onion, but they can't say it without being sued, I guess. So Wonder Woman goes, okay, Stewart, and mini onions, blooming shape, with dipping sauce. So Wonder Woman is trying to kill him with kindness, calling him by his first name, and just being real nice. Captain Boomerang ain't trying to hear it. And he pretty much just tell her to go straight to hell, calls her a stupid. And Damian's like, this is not going to work. I think you're overestimating the stupidity of an overconfident Flash rogue. So he has a little mini boomerang in his hand, and he goes to try to cut Wonder Woman. He goes, die, you bloody. And Wonder Woman catches his hand. So she makes the boomerang go into the table, and she goes, I don't care for that word. It makes me angry. And she takes his head and she puts it through the table. Like the table is done. Captain Boomerang's probably done. And I thought she was depowered. Like, if this is the depowered Wonder Woman, I would not want to mess with her at all. So Damian's like, so being kinder and gentler results in him going through a table. And Wonder Woman's like, you know what? It's your turn. So then we cut the said turn. And Wonder Woman's like, didn't we do this already? And Damian's like, what? No, this is different. This time they're sharks. As he's throwing Captain Boomerang's boomerangs at the rope that he is dangling from. And Captain Boomerang's pretty much says bloody and all the expletives, all of them, every last one of them. So Damian's like, you better give up that location because I'm getting closer and closer every time. And Captain Boomerang's like, you don't scare me. I know koalas that take bigger than you. So then Damian's whispering to Wonder Woman like, I could pretty much hit it whenever I want to. I'm just acting like I'm missing. And I'm thinking to myself, Wonder Woman knows that. But Captain Boomerang is undeterred and he's still talking big shit to Damian. He's like, you twiggy Napoleon complex sidecar riding. And Wonder Woman's like, yeah, he seems really scared. So Damian's still talking mess. He throws another boomerang, and this time it hits the rope. Captain Boomerang's like, what the f? So Wonder Woman's like, great, and she jumps to go save him. And Damian's like, hold on, time out. The weight was off on that one. That's not on me, that's on him. And Wonder Woman's like, I'll explain that to the sharks when I get down there. And Captain Boomerang is screaming. And Damian's like, you know what? hey, when you get down there, if he's about to get bit, that's the perfect time to ask about the location of the prison. Now, put a man through a table is one thing, but a depowered Wonder Woman is about to go mess with some sharks. Like, are we serious here? So then we cut to a rooftop where we have Captain Boomerang's son that he hasn't seen in a while. And they have a little bonding moment, you know, asking about each other, how they're doing, and so on and so forth. And then Captain Boomerang's son's like, hey, you need to give up the location of the prison, you know, because what they're doing to the superheroes is wrong and we should help them out. And Wonder Woman's like, see, Damian, love and compassion. And Damian's like, he hasn't given it up yet. So then while Wonder Woman and Damian are talking, you got Captain Boomerang and his son talking, and Captain Boomerang is like, so how'd you get out? And he goes, they offered me a deal. If I can give you to give up the location of the prison, that they'll pretty much cut me loose. So Captain Boomerang's like, oh, okay, so you're pretty much a rat now. I pretty much raised a rat. And his son's like, raised? You act like you were there. And Captain Boomerang's like, have you met your mother? I'll take a bomb in the head any day of the week. So they get to fighting, and Wonder Woman's like, come on. And Damian's like, love and compassion, huh? So Wonder Woman's trying to break it up, and Captain Boomerang's like, you know what? I disown you, you illiterate. And this part made me laugh so hard. Captain Boomerang's son goes, oh no, I won't inherit all the nothing you earn your whole miserable life, huh? How can I ever get over it? So now we cut to Damian's turn, and Wonder Woman's like, more dangling, huh? And Damian's like, no, this is a lot different. This time, I'm just going to use him like a piano. And Captain Boomerang is cursing, saying, go to hell. I mean, you get the point by now. So Damian looks like he's about to be in batting practice. And all of a sudden, Wonder Woman grabs him. Damian's like, hold on, time out. This is my turn now. So Wonder Woman's like, once you start hitting them, this isn't interrogation no more. This is torture. And then Damian's like, I'm not Batman. Now, when I was reading it, it was at this point where I was thinking to myself, like, all right, Batman will dislocate your kneecap if that means you will give up some information. So why are we acting like Batman wouldn't do something similar to this? Maybe not exactly this, but something similar. Like Batman will put some pain on you to make sure you talk. Like if I'm the only person that remembers that episode in Justice League.
Let me give you one word of advice.
Okay, I'll tell.
What did he say?
You don't want to know.
So then Wonder Woman lets go of the bat and is like, you know what? You're not Batman. Lets him have the bat. He acts like he's about to hit Captain Boomerang in the head with it. Captain Boomerang's like, come on with it. And he throws the bat away. And he's like, I'm not Batman. And Wonder Woman's like, nor must you be. And David's like, you don't understand. And Wonder Woman's like, no, I do understand. You forget. I too am a child of a god. Hold on, time out. Are we really calling Batman a god? Like, are we really doing this? I'm sorry. Have you checked Batman's record against Darkseid? The last time I checked, Darkseid can beat Thanos. You know what? You watch too much Death Battle. So now it's Wonder Woman's turn, and she starts to explain how there are extinction level threats that happen all the time that the ordinary people know nothing about because there's people like Superman that stops them all the time. And with him not there, those threats now become the extinction of the human race. So then Captain Boomerang act like he's like understanding what Wonder Woman's saying. Then he just leans back and goes, and you can go f*** I live, you Amazon. And she just kicks him unconscious. And Damon's like, what happened to love? And Wonder Woman was like, you know what they say, love hurts. So now it's Damian's turn, and yes, we are back to dangling. And Damian's like, don't start. So while Damian and Wonder Woman are consoling one another, Captain Boomerang is pretty much dangling, talking big mess. He's like, yo, you thought you could break me? You thought I was going to give up the location? Did you really think I was going to tell you guys that the superheroes are on Gamorra Island? Like, who do you think I am? You can't break me. I'm Captain Boomerang. And Dave was like, did he just say they're on Gamorra Island? And woman was like, yeah, he just said the location. So Captain Boomerang is still talking big. And one woman was like, you know what? There is a power greater than love and fear. The stupidity of an overconfident Flash rogue.